Now, let's talk about how to make an avoidant ex miss you. Number one thing that you must understand, first of all, is that when a person is an avoidant, there are things which they do naturally, like we're saying, avoidant, right? So meaning it is who they are at the time because of their own personal issues. But that won't remove the fact that there are some things that they don't realize they need until it is no longer there. That is how you get into making them miss you. For that matter, it's almost like when somebody has taken you for granted. What do you say? They have taken you for granted, you leave, and now they get to a point where people will say, you won't know what you have until it's gone. Meaning, by default, a person taps into a realm where they get to realize that actually, I miss this person. In fact, I miss that attention I used to get. I miss those good morning texts. I miss those gifts. That type of love. I was taking it for granted. I always thought it would be here. So the thing is, an avoidant ex can also begin to miss you. No doubt about it. And first of all, how do you make an avoidant miss you? Of course, first of all, is to remove yourself from them. It's a given, right? Everyone, if you walk away, they're gonna miss you if they really did love you. So now, speaking of if they really did love you, an avoidant, did you know, can love you, but they don't realize. Yes, because the thing is this. The avoidant, you've been with them in the beginning, they fell for you, they said yes, let's start off a relationship. Because they knew how they felt attracted. But as time went by, they got overconfident, started taking you for granted, and for that matter, you were showing them you love them, you were chasing them, and they began to relax. And they began to see your love and took it for granted. So when you remove your love, as long as it's an avoidant who loves you, even though they are aware or not, sometimes you don't know you love someone until they're gone. Do you know that as well? Yes, you can love somebody only to realize when they are gone. 3 months, they are gone 3 months, 4 months as time went by that I actually miss this person. In fact, now I see I really did love the person. Even an avoidant ex, when you remove your presence, that is where they get to realize whether they did really value you or not. That is why there are some people that when they move out of your life, you will even spend time and even not realize they are gone, because actually, in reality, you never actually love them. That's why some people, even if they are to try to make you jealous over other partners that they got after you, it doesn't move you. It's a sign they don't love you. But like I even have a video about how to know if an avoidant loves you. Subscribe, like, share, check the video on this channel. So now let's continue. Yes. So if you find that an avoidant person in your life, they meet those requirements I explained in the other video, therefore, you qualify to have an avoidant missing you. Meaning, it is as simple as you already know with everybody else. You move yourself away from them, you will see an avoidant. Don't be shocked when an avoidant. In fact, this is kind of also making me explain the things that I said in the other video. That's why I say you can check it out. But I did mention, you will realize that an avoidant, the moment you are away from them, they start chasing you. They reach out to you and you'll be confused. This person is playing with my feelings, wasting my time. Nah, they are not wasting your time. It's because the reality, they love you. And they are beginning to miss you. They are beginning to miss the attention you used to give them. So remove yourself from an avoidant, then you're done. Secondly, another way to make an avoidant ex miss you, make it a point. Don't act like you are bothered. Okay? Don't act like you are bothered with them having broken up with you. You guys no longer together. Whether you did the breakup out of frustration or they did, the bottom line is, at a time when you are away, at a time where you seem like you're moving on, there comes a time that even an avoidant begins to feel bored and lonely. And at that time, an avoidant begins to seek for something to keep them busy. And at that very moment, that is when they begin to realize, wait a minute. I never used to get bored like this. And that is when they finally get to a realization. It's all because they knew you were always here. When they get bored, they will easily dial up a call and call you, or dial up a call and meet up with you. But now that you're away, and when they check, obviously, they're gonna reach out. Obviously, they're gonna be bumping into you on social media. Obviously, when they check, even if they don't initially or in the beginning reach out, but whatever it is that they bump into that reminds them of you, you know what they do? That is when they begin to regret. That is when an avoidant begins to be like, I'm missing out. Oh, they feel like wanting to have a piece of what you're doing. Let's just take, maybe you're out enjoying yourself without me. And which leads to the third one. An avoidant at that time will get to that point where they feel like, oh, now this person is away and I'm not with them. It seems like now you are enjoying your life without that avoidant person. Okay? Without them, you are having fun. And at that time, they just get to that point where they begin to miss your presence. They begin to even wonder and ask themselves a question. They want that attention, and they ask, maybe you found somebody new. You seem to be doing well without them. And just because you spoiled them so much with too much of your attention, that is when they get to see how lonely and how boring their life is without you. And as a result, an avoidant will reach out to you. Now, let's go to the fourth one. So one thing you must note down is, if you want to make sure your avoidant or an avoidant X misses you and values you, make it a point where don't always be quick to respond positively when they reach out to you. More especially if you know that previously they reached out, you gave them a chance, you met up with them, you made up, and they still went back to their old ways. Learn to change a strategy. Learn to make it a bit harder. Don't be too quick. Just be neutral. Don't reject them totally, and don't give them hope. Just tell them, I'll let you know, until they crave your presence. They crave your attention. They even complain about it. And perhaps that is when you can give it a try, if you want to give it a try. Or if you don't want to give it a try, you just want to hurt them and make them realize they have made a big mistake. Those are the things that you do. Don't show that you are hurt without them. Don't show that your life revolves around their approval or their acceptance. Act like you don't notice. Act like you also don't care anymore. And make it a point. If they are to stalk you or they are to ask about you, let it be known that you are doing fine without them. Let it be known that you are not complaining about them. And I can assure you, that will make them feel like you have forgotten about them. And they know so well they used to control you like a remote. And the fact that they have lost that power over you will drive them crazy. And they will want to prove to themselves that they can still have you back. And in the process, an avoidant won't realize that now they be the one doing the chase. Now they are the one who are lowering their value, and they're starting to look pathetic, begging you back, and doing all these things, buying you gifts to win you over. All that effort will make an avoidant to want you back, and even for that matter to even love you more, because they are working harder every day to win you back, and bit by bit they are obsessing until where now all they need is you. And that is how you make an avoidant X miss you. I hope you enjoyed. I have more videos like this. Subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. I will see you next time.